Time. The game is ready. Powered by Opera GX. It is the APAC Major Finals. We start off on move. Eamonn versus Leero. Let's do it, CG. Everybody hype at home. This is our round one. Let's do it. Oh, is this ever the Panama car without the blur?
It just might be. Let's see what these players move around and find.
Wait a second.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Got to be.
Leero, insta-sending.
Leero locked in, quick and fast. Eamonn gonna try and find something if he can, but he doesn't seem like he will. Both just gonna be in Panama City. Timer's gonna run out here. And they're both gonna be on top of each other. Wow. But it is just way far west there. 4 points to start us off.
But yeah, it does seem like Leero is employing this instant guessing strategy against Eamonn, one of our strong moving players in the tournament.
Yep.
And more beautiful snow coverage today.
Yeah, a lot of snow coverage today. A lot of the maps in these events have tended to have quite a bit of snow coverage, which gives us some very beautiful and interesting locations. Very fun to see in a competitive scene like this.
See, Leero moved really fast into this town now, and Eamonn joins him.
What can they find? I mean, no signs. Oh, finally we have a sign. The first time. Just a little small one there. Interesting. Okay, here's actually some decent information. You possibly are going to get a city on this. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it for Leero. Leero opting not to make that insta-guess on the round two. Only 20 seconds left to go. So pressure's on for both of them. Last second, Eamonn has found quite a few town names. Can he actually find them? That's the question. Leero zooming in. They're in a similar area. Western Austria. Now, who's actually going to be closer? Eamonn unable to find any of those towns on the sign. Yep. But he is going to be just slightly closer. A little back and forth for our round 1 and 2.
Yeah, not too much to write home about in terms of points yet. Round 3 in Brazil here.
Yeah,
bigger country.
Pulls right off the bat. 2 times multi could be big damage. We will see. Now, which direction are they going to opt to move? You see, Eamonn starts to move pretty quick, and Leero from no move insta-guesses.
He's in Paraíba State, so yeah, I like this northeast vibe. Eamonn's going to join him there. A little farther south, but it makes sense with the landscape, these kinds of hills and the foliage we've got, and right between them, yeah.
It's just over by Recife. Leero, 700 points of damage taken from Eamonn's health bar there as we move on to round 4. This is our round 4 here, looking like a Colombia, if I had to say so myself. Let's start them off, get them going here, see what they can find.
Let's see. Seems like a fairly main road, so there's potential to get some info. Yeah, there's one of those kilometer markers in Colombia that Leero's seen there.
A little sign there for Eamonn. Is that giving him a town name?
Oh.
Wait, hard to tell on our monitors, but I think it might. Eamonn's locked in super far north, and Leero is so far south. This is going to be massive.
Opposite sides of Colombia, which is an underratedly huge country.
Yeah.
Let's see who's going to take the points here.
Wow, it's actually just in between them.
Wow.
And both players looked a little shocked, especially Eamonn on that one. He takes 1,000 points of damage on that.
Yeah, even so, just with that distance between them. Some nice points for Leero as we head into, it looks like Ukraine for round 5 with that red car, long antenna.
For round 5, let's start them off.
Let's get into it.
Yep, round 5 here. We go once again, Leero not gonna move.
Oh.
Wow, and he goes pretty far south here. Very far south. Is Eamonn gonna find some information on the sign? Doesn't look like he will. He's just gonna play it, no move from there.
Yeah, that was a risky choice from Leero, sending that fast, not looking at the signs that were clearly right there.
Wow, and it's very far west. Eamonn is going to be technically closer there. 1,500 points of damage with the multi, and the game is just about even now as we go into round 6.
barely 100 points separating the two right now, halfway through.
Wow. And we're back in Japan.
We're back in Japan.
We're back in Japan. Right off the bat, there will be some pull plates here. You see both players taking a look at them. Got a guy wire as well. Now, are they helpful? That's the real question. Don't look like they're giving anything away. We've got a horizontal and a vertical there right next to each other. The pull plates, but then those are both vertical. Interesting.
Yeah, there is a bit of, you know, maybe it is just like sort of central like that.
Yep, I like it.
It might just be. 10 seconds left for Eamonn to respond now. He's still checking the pull plates.
5
Doesn't
seconds
seem
to go.
too confident. Yeah, he's going Fukushima.
Wow.
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 He just misses the prefecture there.
But he's so close.
Great guess, yeah.
850 damage there. Really nice stuff from Eamonn. Very nice back and forth game. We've got to start off this finals. We'll take a quick peek around at our round 7 and then get them straight in without any hesitation. Looking like Argentina here for the round 7. Again, we have an Argentina where we're right next to one of those sort of central little parks that they tend to have.
Yeah, very common to see in Argentina. And yeah, when you're so central, you're bound to find some good information. So now it's a race. Who's going to find the town name, maybe the province, anything that they can get to as quickly as they possibly can.
Yeah, a lot of these lose little signs here, but seem a little hard to read, to be honest.
Yeah, that one looked pretty good. Amoka maybe is that little word art sculpture there. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's the town name. Wow, Leero locked right near Cordoba.
10 seconds, Eamonn once again. Leero has been guessing faster, and Eamonn is left to respond. What will he do? He still hasn't opened his map.
Okay, yeah, he's right there as well. They're just next to each other in the end. And it actually just slightly goes to Eamonn. 4 times damage makes it a decent hit, 380, but could have been way worse. Round 8 now, 4.5 times multi-CG. This is serious. We're approaching that round limit here, and both players are in the green on the health. This is what we're looking at here, a Czechia and Slovakia bollard right there. So we should be in one of those 2 countries. I'd have to venture my guess would be Czechia.
I would agree with that. Yep. Now, Czechia is really good with signs. Once again, they just have to move and hope they find it. They're going opposite directions now, though.
Ooh. Eamonn did a pretty classic trick for very good moving players where while they're moving, you see Leero doing it as well, they actually kind of start to zoom in while moving so that they're ready to already be there. It saves just a couple seconds, but those couple seconds can mean everything in this level of professional GeoGuessr. Now, Eamonn has some town signs here. Can he find them?
Yeah, he does have the road number as well, 446, and Czechia does organize the roads by the hundreds, so...
Leero's come across same sign.
They have the same information, but Eamonn has the advantage. He's been scanning for a while now, and he's lining it up. He has the road. He's looking towards those towns. Sternberg, 13 to the northwest, so he's just about on there. Will Leero find this?
That's the question. Leero ends up being closer, even though Eamonn had the information for much longer. Leero closer, but both very close by. In the end, only a couple points. Not too terrible. We go on to round 9. Only 2 possible rounds left. And again, both players are still in the green here. This is going to be big. This is our round 9. Let's get started here and see what sort of information they could glean right off spawn. Will they move? Looking like UK here. Sign there for Leero, possibly. We're looking at Lawrence Park.
Shropshire Homes, it says on that sign for Eamonn, which is near Wales in England.
Doesn't seem like either of them know it. I think they would have guessed.
I would have assumed they would. Maybe they don't trust it, knowing it's a real estate sign, but...
Good point.
I mean, yeah, Shrewsbury that's right over in that area, so do they know? Eamonn's found it.
Wow, I don't think Leero knows. He's in the right area, sort of, but he's looking a little too far south.
Yeah, he's actually moved into Wales.
Into Wales now, and with 5 times multi, I mean, they're close, but it's gonna be damage here.
Yeah, this is big for Eamonn, yeah.
Wow. That's gonna be huge for Eamonn. 1,600 points of damage, puts Leero at 1,500 health. And we move on to our final round, round 10.
And we've seen situations like this so many times today. Many of these matches or games have gone to round 10 with one player down about 1,500, Eamonn with about 4,000, so he has the advantage here. Player with the least amount of health will lose the game. Let's see what happens.
This is it. It comes down to Chile. Leero's going to guess quick. It seems like that's going to be his play here. He does it. He locks it in. The pressure's now on for Eamonn. Eamonn, can he find any information in this 10 seconds? He resets back to spawn. He's going to play at no move, just like Leero. He's not too far off from where Leero is. Who's going to be closer here? It is going to be Eamonn, and he's going to secure the moving game.
Eamonn, in pretty convincing fashion with 4,000 points left, takes the first moving game. Perhaps what we expected to see. We know that Eamonn is so strong at moving. Leero, not a huge fan, so maybe the way this thing was expected to go, but this is exactly what Eamonn needs.
Yep.
These moving games, they are his path forward in this match.
That's
great start.
Great start for Eamonn, as you said. But yes, Eamonn definitely the one expected to be winning the moving games, especially against players like Leero, who specialize in NMPZ. So definitely the way it should go. Now is the question, can Leero win in the mode he is a little more favored in the no move? And then maybe we go back to Eamonn, then Eamonn wins the moving, then we go back to no move, and then you get Leero in his preferred mode, and then maybe he takes the whole thing. We'll see if the scriptwriter's cooked or not.
We shall see, Bloom. Let's get into game number 2, and it is no moving.
No moving, 1 360 panorama from the spawn location is all you get. Cannot move up and down the road anymore, and this is that 360 panorama that they will have. Round 1, let's go.
Let's do this. Starting off both games of this match with pickup truck coverage.
Yeah.
This time we're way out in Kenya.
It's very green, which is very common in that western pocket. That sort of southwestern pocket of Kenya can be very green like this, so.
Yeah, very lush, a lot of agriculture as we see here. And it's a matter of really just refining the region guess. Can you narrow it down to a specific region? It actually looks like Leero was thinking about north of Nairobi first.
Interesting. That area can be sort of green as well.
Yeah, Eamonn is convincing, yeah, he's committing to the west. So decent difference between them.
And Eamonn actually the one to lock in first here, when Leero's kind of usually the one guessing fast.
Let's see who's going to be right on this region guess.
Wow.
Okay.
It's going to be actually over in the green area near the Mount Kenya National Park. That's 448 points. Round 1. A good start for Leero. And we move on to round number 2. 1.5 times multi now. That 0.5 increase each round, of course. And this is what we're getting on the round 2.
Once again, Leero spinning around the avatars. Love to see that.
Yeah,
It's classic little thing there.
Classic.
And what are we working with here?
Interesting. Is this ever just... yeah, Romania.
Yeah, I was thinking that, yeah. Leero's locked into Romania. He just clicked right in the middle.
Yeah, because Romania can have these small dashes on the outside.
Yeah.
At times. They're rare, but they do exist in Romania.
This landscape, yeah, that Romania fits the bill, so it is, yeah.
It is just going to be Romania. Pretty similar guesses there. Only going to give 50 points of damage down to Eamonn's health. Leero going to hold his full health, holding the flawless. We're going to go into round 3. That's what we're working with here. Looking like a Brazil. Seems like we're back. Big country. Big points are on offer here, CG.
Yep, this is the place to pick up some points. Start getting some momentum early in the game, round 3.
2 times multi is enough to make Brazil a little scary here.
Yeah, if you make a big blunder in a country as big as Brazil, 2 times multi could just knock you out. So you got to be really careful. You got to be in the zone. And these 2 players, you can see them scouring every piece of the landscape right now, taking in the foliage, the hills, anything they can.
Eamonn opening up his map, thinking relatively far south. But has not placed an actual pin in. Leero opens the map as well, thinking Sao Paulo. Similar area to where Eamonn had zoomed in. Yeah, they're both going to be in that Sao Paulo state. Will they keep it there? Will they commit it? Only 15 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I like their general thought process here. And yeah, time's going to tick down. Looks like they're going to make full use of it here.
Yeah, both players pretty close by. Leero locks it in, and the timer runs out. And Eamonn is a little bit closer. He's going to finally chip away a bit of damage there. 858, and even when they were both very close by each other. Round 4. Here we are on our round 4. We're got a lot of the coverage is very blocked here by this truck.
Half the view we can't really see, but maybe the truck helps actually. We'll see if they trust anything on there.
Yeah,
Interesting. It is going to be Romania. Yeah, Eamonn has the Romania license plate.
Yeah, Romania license plate right there. But how are you going to region guess this when all you're really getting access to see is these apartment buildings and then a truck?
Yeah, I mean, this is a testament to just how random Google coverage is. Sometimes you're just next to a truck and you can't see. So you have to be ready as a pro player to contend with any kind of situation like this.
And you can see both players are kind of trying to look out in the distance. Leero's getting that little glimpse of a mountain here because a lot of times in GeoGuessr, that's what you need to make your region guesses. You need to be able to see the landscape. You need to be able to get a vibe for the area you're actually in, even within the country. Leero does end up making that guess. The pressure's on for Eamonn to follow suit. He opens up the map and he's in Albania? Oh, and it's Romania. I mean, it is Romania. We had the Romanian...
Eamonn was looking at the plate.
He was looking at the plate.
And he's still in Albania?
I wonder if he thought it was a car traveling. Because I do really understand the Albania vibe there. I definitely kind of got that vibe, but that Romanian plate, I wonder if he thought it was a traveling car.
Yeah, that is rough for Eamonn. But he's not out of this yet. He's still got over half his health. It's relatively early. So we'll see if he can turn it around. But Leero's starting to look good here in the no move.
Yeah. Again, it's as we kind of predicted as we went into this. I think no move just slightly favors Leero. Eamonn is thinking France here on the round 5. 3 times multiplier. Things are serious. Leero could give quite a big hit again here. France is big enough to do it, but their guesses are pretty close by, kind of in a central, slightly north area.
Yeah, I think this one should end up being France. Yeah, it's a matter of who's going to get that better region guess. A bit of a tricky one for sure. Rural France can look so similar in so many places.
Part of me wonders if this could be anything else.
Yeah, maybe they're both just in the wrong country. You never know.
France is a good shout, though. Like, I definitely don't dislike it, but there's this little feeling in my bones that's saying, what if it's not France? We will see, though. The timer's going to run out, and they're both going to commit it. Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Netherlands?
That's crazy.
What?
No shot.
What a round.
But, Bloom, you called it, man. You said.
I called it.
There's something wrong.
There was something wrong there.
That's wild.
Unreal. We go on to round 6. This is what we're dealing with here. Let's see. Wow, what a difficult one, especially for no moving.
Yeah, some interesting architecture and yeah, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So they have a little bit of a sign there, and both are trying to use it, but it's hard to read. You can't get much off of it. Leero's thinking Colombia, and he's got a plonk down, but hasn't locked it in. Eamonn looking at whatever he can.
Okay, Leero is committing himself to the Colombia guess. Eamonn once again left to respond. He's gonna join him in Colombia. A little farther south, though.
Medellin here for Eamonn.
Oh!
But Leero! What? What a guess! Oh, and there's an Aussie chant going on in the crowd, too!
The Leero hype is going crazy.
Unbelievable! I hope they could hear that in the cast, the audience rooting for Aussie. Here's what we have here for our round 7. Ooh, another really difficult one. This no move map is definitely hard.
Yeah, there have been some tricky locations, some baity rounds like that Netherlands. So yeah, looks like another tough European location. And you're just really left to the foliage. I mean, you have the generic. Yeah, that's really it. So Leero's in Hungary?
Wow,
okay.
Leero's thinking Hungary, but Leero is sitting in such a nice spot to win and get the 1-1. We'll see if he can do it. Eamonn is following suit in Hungary as well, so both are there.
That can definitely work. Oh, but Leero's thinking about France.
Is he gonna move it? It's 15 seconds to go. Eamonn really considering whatever he can. You see him really leaned into the monitor here, and he looks very confused.
I kind of see the France.
Oh,
wait, yeah, Leero's
Leero
moved.
does it. He moves to France.
Oh no, but it is Hungary.
No, but it is Hungary with 4 times multi.
Oh!
Eamonn goes up 2-0.
I don't believe it. Eamonn with only 1,000 points left there. On death's doorstep, takes the win. All it takes is one guess like that.
Yeah, with
and now Eamonn 2-0.
2-0 for Eamonn with the multis high enough, and Leero was right there, and he just last second considered France, and he ended up moving it.
Sometimes these last second switches, you second guess yourself, you start getting in your head about where could it be instead, and yeah, sometimes it's not the right call to give into those thinkings, so yeah.
Many times in this tournament today, actually, there have been these times where a player's initial guess is correct, then they second guess, they move off of it last second, and it does not go in their favor. Now, can Leero re-lock in after that? He is only 1 game away from losing.
Yeah, and we're back to the moving format, which, as we saw, Eamonn really was convincingly dominating there with 4,000 points left in the first game on his win. So can he do it again? Can he do it again and get our first 3-0 of the day? Or will Leero have something to say about that?
Could
Let's see.
be the first 3-0. Let's find out. Let's get the players in. Everybody at home, lock in. We are possibly only 1 singular game away from crowning the APAC Major Champion of 2025. Round 1 starting on South Africa here.
Oh, Eamonn, he's got a town, Danielson.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like he knows too well where that's going to be, though.
A difficult one. It's probably a pretty small town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is
much other information there.
He zoomed in sort of north in South Africa, which I can see with this landscape and architecture as well.
Leero is hanging out with the cows. Quality Steelworks. If anybody needs any Quality Steelworks,
you guys know where to hit him up, yeah.
You know who to call. Let's see. Okay, Leero finally opening up the map.
Yeah, Leero goes north as well there. I like this region guess. Eamonn, yep, he's gonna click there too.
Wow, yeah, both really great guesses. Pretty much just region guesses at that point. 142 damage to start us off. Round number 2.
I think we can see the ocean
Got
and
the
a beach.
ocean there.
Yeah, very nice.
And some bollards here.
Lovely German bollards, looks like.
Are they? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Wow, what a cool location. Start us off here, get into round 2.
And is the water east of us? Wow. That's a pretty distinct angle for Germany. Yes, it's got to be on the north coast somewhere where you have that.
There, yeah.
Eamonn is just rocketing down the road because you know you're going to get some good signs in Germany, but Leero's lining up the coastline right now. So different approaches.
Wow, Eamonn is possibly considering one of these islands here, actually sort of off the more west coast. And now Leero is too.
Yeah, you have these big sand dunes. Yeah, this is a cool place, but it's
Very
really critical.
cool.
Get that region guess.
Let's see if they find anything. Yeah, Eamonn's still moving so fast down the road. Leero now following suit, but it seems like they're moving. They are moving in the same direction, but Leero is farther behind.
Yeah, Eamonn went back to the start after a while, I think.
Yeah.
Now
Leero's going over back to where for no
Eamonn is
the island.
Is he on those islands? Is he going to stay there?
Oh, and
wow,
he does,
Eamonn!
That's such an impressive guess. on the, wow, on the round 2. What is that?
Eamonn gets the right German island. That is not a sentence you get to say every day.
No, definitely not.
Amazing.
I have never said that on a cast. That someone got the right German island correct, CG? What?
That is a wild one.
That is a wild one. This is our round 3, though. We'll get the players in. Should be Tunisia here.
Have we had any Tunisia today? I don't think so.
This is our first Tunisia of the day.
And a moving one at that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to play Tunisia. Looks like Leero has a town sign, and
Eamonn has a town sign as well, leaving the town.
different info.
Probably a pretty hard city to find, I would say. It's probably pretty small here, but we have some bigger signs for both players.
Oh, yeah. Eamonn's got a great one there. Adios, Fax.
Yeah, that's going to be very helpful.
So, yeah, he knows where those 2 cities are.
Leero's got a roundabout and some signs as well here. So yeah, got another sign with some good information there. Gonna try and line it up. They both should be pretty close here. Now, whether or not they can actually find this, that is gonna be the question. Should be kind of hard to do. It should be north of Sfax, because that sign had Sfax to the south.
Let's see, 5 seconds. Who has done a better job lining this up? Eamonn's looks pretty good. Yeah, Eamonn!
What the 4998 in Tunisia?
Eamonn is on an absolute roll right now with these rounds. He's getting the region guesses, and then he's almost pinpointing in Tunisia in 60 seconds.
Crazy. We love to see it. And now we have our round 4 in Thailand. Let's start us off. See what the players can find here. We've mentioned this before. There's some usable information in Thailand for sure, but it can be a hard country to region guess.
Yeah, we do.
Off the bat, Leero's just gonna guess right away.
I like this idea because if you see to the south here, you have rubber trees.
Yes.
Which you'll see a lot in the south of Thailand. Eamonn will join him.
Yeah, very common in the south there, those rubber trees. So very good guesses here. Yeah, but Leero, that's going to be some points too. 2.5 times, 880. And Leero actually just slightly takes the lead as we go into round 5. And we're in India. This could be some big points, CG.
It sure could. 3 times damage. India, big country. One that some players struggle with. I believe Eamonn listed this as one of his weaknesses. Did Leero as well, possibly?
Did Leero? I don't remember.
In any case, definitely a tricky country. Yeah.
That's for sure. And Leero is just locking in fast. Eamonn now forced to make a guess basically off of spawn alone. He's moving a little bit, but he's only got 5 seconds. Got to open the map up, Eamonn.
Ooh, different
He's going
guesses.
to Maharashtra. Oh, this is going to be huge. He moves farther north at the end. Oh, and it's actually just in between them.
It's like almost perfectly there between them.
Wow, so it's nothing to write home about in the end. And we just move on to round 6. That could have been massive.
Yeah. A missed opportunity for both of them there, but we move on to round 6.
Yep, this is it. We have a little sign there, so that's something.
Some Italian on there, maybe.
Looks like some Italian. Again, the players can move, so they're gonna try and go find whatever they can. Wow, Leero's just in. Po Valley, near the coast.
Yeah, this flat landscape, agricultural. That's a really big area. You're going to see things like this, so I like that region guess. Eamonn again now has a few seconds to make up his mind. He's going to join him there.
Yeah, looks like it. Both pretty close by. Eamonn will be closer there. Gonna chip away some damage. Even things out just even more. It is a back and forth game here, CG, on the game 3.
Yeah, their health is so close. Leero is doing, I have to say, a lot better job this time in the moving game. You know, he's not lost nearly as much health as before, so he's doing well. He's recovered a bit after the first loss. And again, he knows what's at stake. If he loses right here on the moving, it's done, and Eamonn is the champion, so.
Yeah, it's over.
Yep.
Eamonn getting a 3-0 would be unreal. Can he do it here? Looking like a Mexico. You got the Mexico octagonal pole, which is classic. And he has some info on that sign. He's making a very confident guess. He's locked in.
Wow, Eamonn. Oh, look at this. Hands on his head. He doesn't know if he likes it.
Wait, he doesn't know if he likes it. But Leero's calm. Oh no, Eamonn really doesn't like it. But they're both right next to each other in the end, and it's actually okay.
Wow.
Oh, but Eamonn still looks very unhappy.
Yeah, he seemed really stressed about that guess, but in the end, it wasn't so bad, man.
Yeah, was not
All
so bad,
good.
but maybe he's a little disappointed in himself, thought he could do better and get even closer. We move on to round 8. Wow, both players above 4K health on the round 8. Approaching the round limit, you gotta do it in 10. Whoever has the most health at the end of round 10 will win this game.
Yeah, the way this has been going, I mean, their health is still so high. Eamonn just has to chip a little bit more and get that higher health in round 10, and he'll take it 3-0, so he's in a really good spot right now. Indonesia, though, big country with Maltese.
Yeah, definitely. Who's going to find a Kabupaten first? Leero looking like he's just going to lock in Banten. He does. I wonder if that was on a sign or if he's just locking it.
Eamonn's got Banten there.
Yeah, Banten as well. So, yep, just going to be Banten. Shouldn't be the game here. But Eamonn is so close to possibly being the APAC champion right now. We're just going to go next here. Both going to be pretty much right on top of it.
Yeah, he'll pick up a few points there. 194. I mean, at this point, look how close the scores are. He needs that.
Close
with
they
2
are.
rounds left. 2 rounds left.
2 rounds. That is it. And this is our round 9. Wow.
Looks like a back alley in the UK.
Yeah, it looks like it. So they're going to try and get out of this alley as quick as possible. And then they're going to try and get some more information here. But it does seem like we're going to be in a pretty big town, so they should be able to find the information of where they're at.
Actually, I might stand corrected. This is not the UK.
It's not.
Never mind, never mind.
I got the vibe, though, the brick.
Yeah, from the alley it seemed, but no, this is Belgium, I think.
Gonna be Belgium for sure. But again, they're still the same situation. They're in a city. They're gonna try and find that city. Eamonn's got a sign here for a skate park. Might say the city on it. He seems like he's scanning for it. Leero still moving very fast, trying to find something as helpful. But wait, did he?
I think Eamonn's got it.
Just found
it said Anden, and he found a town that has that in the name. So he's in the right region, most likely.
Oh, wow, but Leero is also so close by. As long as he stays there, we're just going to get round 10, and it's going to be decided all right there. Yeah.
Is Eammonn a little closer? Yeah, barely. I mean, that's
barely
35
points. I mean, this game is so close. And you know what, CG? Round 10?
Oh,
where are we for round 10, CG?
Wow.
We're in India.
So, this is it, guys. Either Eamonn just is that little bit closer, or Leero multi-merchants.
I mean, Leero's up.
He could as well. Yeah, Leero is in the same spot.
It's just whoever is going to be closest on this round, unless they're right on top of each other, it's just whoever closest is going to take this round.
Absolutely
Leero
wild.
Zooming in quickly here. He's got possibly a region guess that he's thinking, but nope, both players are actually going to take the time to look around and see what they can find, because this is everything. Either Eamonn is the champion of the APAC region and secures a spot in the World Championship, or Leero takes us back to his preferred mode, no move, and then possibly for a chance at NMPZ. It's decided right here on India.
It might all come down to this. The APAC champion could be crowned on an Asia round.
Yeah.
Is it about to happen? We have 15 seconds left.
And neither player has really found anything too important. Finally, Eamonn opens up the map. And
who is going to be closer?
Oh my, this is all decided right now. Timer runs out. And Eamonn is actually closer in the end. And he's going to 3-0
wow.
and become the APAC champion.
Eamonn has done it. He gets the first 3-0 of the day. After coming so close in the quarterfinals, the semifinals, he gets the 3-0, and he is the APAC Major Champion of 2025.
Eamonn takes the prize, takes the win, and takes the ticket to the World Championship. He is your